Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how you can make your camera look like this. I specifically painted the rubber on this camera. And the reason for that is that I previously used skins like this, and I never really liked how they feel to the touch. They always have that feeling of feeling different compared to how the camera originally feels. This one, however, feels OEM. It feels just like the camera did all the time. Anyway, doing this was actually quite simple, but I also managed to hit some holes and some obstacles along the way. So that's what I want to share with you, how I did this and how you can do it yourself. So let's dig right into it and then let's talk about it afterwards. I'm going to try to paint the rubber on my Fujifilm X-T3. This is a damaged camera, so I'm kind of experimenting a little bit to see if this is even possible. But the first thing I need to do is to remove it, and for that I'm going to use a heat gun, or you could just use a hairdryer as well to heat up the residue that holds down the rubber. What I'm going to do here is to heat it up, and when I heat it up, the residue behind the rubber going to loosen up so that I can peel it off. As you see here, I could just peel it off now and it comes off easy. Let's warm up the other side so I can peel that up as well. Since this part is bigger, you might have to heat it up in sections in order to get it off completely. But this is how I'm going to do with the painting. I'm going to prime it with some vinyl primer before I'm moving over to the paint, which is an automotive paint. And to finish it all off, I'm going to use some matte clear coat. But before doing anything of that, I'm going to clean it, and my favorite solvent for cleaning stuffs is gasoline. But you could also use isopropyl alcohol. Priming these small pieces is quite straightforward. Just soak it in some priming and leave it to dry. And after that we're going to come back and paint it with some color. I think we should call this a proof of concept rather than how to do this video. Painting this is also quite straightforward. Apply some thin layers to it and let it dry a little bit in between. I'm going to add 2 coats on this since it covers so well, and it actually looks much better than I thought it would look. When I'm done painting, I'm going to move on and add the clear coat, but well, this looks beyond my expectations and I'm surprised. Let's clear coat it. Yeah, I think this will be nice. Let's leave this for dry and then put it on the camera and see what we ended up with. Okay, so you've seen the video of how I painted it. Now let's summarize this with some of my findings. First of all, don't use a glossy clear coat. As my friend said it, the camera will look like a wet frog. So definitely use a matte clear coat. I think what made all the difference in the world for the durability of this, of the outcome of this, is that I've used the vinyl primer. I think you could use a vinyl primer or a plastic primer, and I think that's an essential step to get it to fit. I also think the clear coat is important in order to protect the paint. Matter of fact, the paint actually sticks really good, and it was hard to remove. I have the situation where I actually had to remove the paint and start over because I used a glossy clear coat from the beginning. The way I managed to remove the paint was simply by using a tape, put the tape on it, and then I could just peel away the paint. And I discovered that by an accident. Anyway, the outcome is really nice and I like it. It feels just like the camera did before I started. So If you are interested in doing this yourself, this is my recommendation. Go on to internet and buy a rubber replacement grip for your camera and paint that rubber replacement. By doing that, you kind of ensure that it actually looks good before you take anything off from your camera, and you could also put the old one back. You can find replacement kit for the rubber pieces on the internet, mostly from Chinese websites. If you like this kind of video and you want to see more content like this, or you have questions regarding this whole process, feel free to ask them in the comments. And I also going to share with you a playlist up here where you can see more photo related stuff. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.